Good morning. Suspected gunman said to have pulled the trigger on the slain Kasipul Member of Parliament Charles Ongodo Were is said to be arraigned in court today after detectives confirmed his arrest Sunday while attempting to flee the country. The police said the hitman, identified as Isaac Kuria alias Kush, is believed to be the gunman behind the fatal shooting that occurred along Nairobi's Valley Road on the 30th of April. He was apprehended in Isibania near the Kenya-Tanzania border, where he had taken shelter after committing the act and launched an calculated escape effort across several counties. According to the police, Kush is also reportedly linked to several criminal networks operating within Nairobi. The arrest brings the total number of suspects in police custody to 11. Among those already detained are Were's bodyguard Alan Omondi, his driver Walter Owino, and William Imoli, who is believed to have played a central role in planning and financing the assassination. Others include businessman and politician Philip Aroko and Lake Basin Development Authority Director Abel Ochieng, both alleged financiers, along with Edwin Odur and Dennis Manyasi.
Pearl Newsbeat.
The National Assembly Speaker Moses Wetang'ula has referred the names of the nominees to the new IEBC to the Departmental Committee on Justice and Legal Affairs, starting the parliamentary approval process for the new leadership of the polls body. Wetang'ula has invoked special provisions allowing urgent parliamentary business to proceed without recalling lawmakers who are currently on recess. The action follows President William Ruto's submission of nominees to fill the vacant position of the chairperson and the 6 commissioners. The JLAC committee, chaired by Tharaka Member of Parliament Gitonga Muragura, has a tight 18-day timeline to complete vetting and report back to plenary by the 27th of May. The list of nominees received by the Speaker's office on Friday proposes Erastus Edung as the chairperson. The commissioner includes Anderito, Moses Mukhwana, Mary Sorobit, Hassan Noor, Francis Adwol, and Fahima Abdallah. Wetang'ula urged those opposed to the nominations to file a memoranda with the committee and quit political bickering. His sentiments were also echoed by a host of parliamentary leaders allied to the Kenya Kwanza coalition.
But let's not just be rejecting anything and everything because it's not being brought by you. That is not how to run the country. Mwananchi yeyote ambaye ana maneno, hata wale wanasiasa ambao wanapinga, peleka maoni yenu kwa kamati ya bunge ya JKIA. That is the process.
Wale watu ambaye mambo yao ni kupinga serikali kila wakati, sisi tunataka kuuliza, tunataka IEBC kama jana. Hii maneno ya IEBC ambaye rais ameweka kidole, sisi tunataka kusema kwamba wabunge mupitishe hii maneno ya IEBC ili tuwe na IEBC.
Sasa naona wengine ambao hawana imani na chochote wameanza kuleta cheche za maneno ati chairman mwenye ameteuliwa sijui anatoka kwa jamii ndogo ya Waturkana. Waturkana ni wa Kenya.
A host of opposition leaders led by Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka accused President William Ruto of partisanship in the nomination of the IEBC chairman and members, saying the move undermined trust and signal a plan to rig the elections 2027.
Pearl Newsbeat.
At the same time, the Wiper leader Kalonzo Musyoka and his DAP-K counterpart Eugene Wamalwa are pushing for Deputy President Kithure Kindiki to resign from office following the Court of Appeal ruling that the High Court bench that cleared the way for Kindiki swearing in was illegally constituted. The Court of Appeal ruled that the Deputy Chief Justice Philomena Mwilu did not have powers to constitute a bench to hear petitions against the impeachment of Rigathi Gachagua as Deputy President. Following this, the leaders have urged the second-in-command to step aside and allow the judicial process to take its course.
I respect Kithure Kindiki. He is from my part of the country. He should do the honorable thing and resign so that he can now allow due process to take place.
You are illegitimately in office. You are illegally in office. You are therefore an illegitimate deputy president. Do the honorable thing, Professor Kindiki, and resign.
Reacting to the ruling, Gachagua, who was speaking in Juja, said he has faith in the judicial process, which he says will vindicate him in the future.
Hayo maneno imeendelea kotini. I want really to say, I will let the lawyers do what they are good at. I want to focus on what I'm good at. It's mobilizing the people of Kenya to liberate this country. The framers of the 2010 Constitution created 4 levels of judicial intervention. The Magistrates Court, the High Court, the Court of Appeal, and the Supreme Court. So that if you don't get justice in one of the levels of intervention, kama upati justice pale Magistrates Court, utapata High Court. Usipopata hapo, utapata Court of Appeal. Usipopata hapo, Supreme Court.
Pearl Newsbeat.
And Pope Leo XIV appealed for no more war in a message to world powers during his first Sunday address at the Vatican. Reflecting on current conflicts, the newly elected pontiff called for a lasting peace in the war in Ukraine, a ceasefire in Gaza, and welcomed Saturday's agreement to end recent hostilities between India and Pakistan. He said he was deeply hurt by events in Gaza, expressed hope for lasting accord between India and Pakistan, and wished for an authentic, true, and lasting peace in Ukraine. The Pope also recited the Regina Kelly prayer in honor of the Virgin Mary to the crowd in St. Peter's Square. The Pope Leo will be formally inaugurated at a mass in St. Peter's Square on the 18th of May. And that's the news.
Pearl Radio, the home of fresh and classic hits.